Organization for shipping. Nearly $16 billion are lost every year because of theft, ransoms, delays in shipping, and other things that have to do with piracy. Even though we usually think of pirates as a problem from hundreds of years ago, they still attack shipping lanes, passenger ships, and cargo ships to steal from, kidnap, and plunder foreigners. Modern pirates have become so brazen that they will even try to fight naval ships and fire on military helicopters. To protect themselves, container ships and other freighters have come up with a number of clever defenses that aren't as dangerous as military solutions. At the moment, water cannons are the main way to stop pirates. These high-pressure hoses can release up to 1,350 gallons per minute of seawater. These unifier cannons were made by a firefighting company that is known all over the world. They can shoot at pressures as high as 175 psi. This is enough to throw grown men into the water and blow boats off course. The nozzles are made of acid-resistant marine-grade stainless steel, and they can be controlled remotely from the bridge or set to work on their own. This is important because modern pirates often shoot at ships with guns, which could hurt or kill someone who was left in charge of the cannons on deck. These hoses have a very long range, which gives a ship's crew a chance to scare away pirates before they get too close. There are many different kinds of hoses and ways to use them to threaten the ship. Many people doubt their effectiveness, but tests show that this is a real maritime security option. Instead of just shooting water at the people in the boats, the hoses can also be used to try to fill the boats and make them much harder to control. In the end, the pressure of the hose is usually enough to keep a boat from staying on course, since the pilot has to focus on keeping their eyes on the hose. In other cases, maritime security experts think that catching the pirates instead of just trying to stop them might be more effective than just trying to scare them away. This led to the creation of the P-trap, which is a passive, non-lethal device that keeps pirates from getting too close to the ship. It is made up of two large booms, one on each side of the ship. These are dragged along by a string of heavily built lines. If a boat gets too close to the lines, the propeller will get stuck and the boat will stop moving. Due to how important shipping is to the world economy, pirates have to spend time cleaning their propellers, which slows down the engine and wastes their time. Maritime security has grown into a business worth many billions of dollars. Crews will learn how to use different ways to protect themselves. Planning is a big part of this process. These men and women are like the SWAT teams of the seas. It is their job to keep people safe. Their ship's goods and crew no matter what. Pirates are not the only thing that can go wrong with commercial ships. Any size ship can be in a lot of danger if the weather is bad or if the captain makes bad choices. When this happens on a big boat with a lot of people on it, the most common thing to do is to leave the boat. This means that the lifeboats will be used to get the crew and any passengers off the ship. These boats are different from the ones that were used in the past. Often fully self-contained and motorized, they can take people away from danger and also take them to safety. The way modern lifeboats are launched has also changed. Instead of being slowly lowered into the water, they are now launched quickly. A lot of the new designs use ramps to get into the water. This speeds up the evacuation process by a lot, and since the boat is sealed from top to bottom, there is a very low chance that it will launch by accident. Some smart companies are working on technology that can not only keep lifeboats from sinking but also keep small and medium-sized boats from sinking in the first place. Rafnir Maritime, which is based in Iceland, just released a line of boats that can drive themselves. All of these different designs are based on the idea that things float. Rafnir uses cutting-edge technology to make sure that these boats will right themselves even if they are completely turned over in the water. Testing was done by putting a loop on the side and bottom of the boat and flipping it to either side. You can see how much the boat resists at this point. However, when the boat is turned 90 degrees, it starts to right itself. This kind of technology would be very helpful in many maritime situations, but it has a long way to go before it can be used on big ships. The Royal National Lifeboat Institution, or RNLI, is the United Kingdom's biggest sea rescue charity. These lifeboats are different from the ones used to get off of ships that are sinking. They are more like the ones used by the U.S. Coast Guard. The Shannon-class lifeboat has been in use by the RNLI since 2013. This ship is 44 feet long and 14 feet wide. It was made to go through the rough seas around the British Isles. Like the Raffner Marine design, the Shannon class is a self-righting boat that will right itself if it capsizes. Several things can make this possible. All of the ship's heavy parts are way down in the hull. Once the door is shut, it will always be full of air and try to be at the top. The Shannon also has a pendulum system that closes air valves when the ship is turned upside down. This has stopped seawater from getting into the systems in recent years. Robots are now being used to save lives. The Marine Guardian, a prototype unmanned surface vessel, or USV, is a great example. It moves around obstacles and waves with the help of the Marine Tensor's AI control system and water. There is even a sonar array to help the USV work better and find its way. Once the person in need of help has been found, the USV can take them back to shore slowly and safely. The M75 autonomous surveillance and rescue vessel is another example of how robots are being used in search and rescue at sea. This 15-foot-long boat has a number of powerful detection systems that it uses to get people who are hurt out of boats. The M75 has a life raft that can save up to 6 people if they choose to use it. Once it's in place, the boat can wait near a ship that's broken down until the crew has a chance to get off. Since no one is actually on board the M75, this technology doesn't put rescue workers in danger. Thanks for watching.